First, Austin,
Yeah?
what is a baby daddy?
It's a father of a baby.
A father of a baby. Okay. And like, how long can you be like a baby daddy for? Like, when do you just become a daddy? When do you become a man daddy?
Ooh, when your baby becomes a man or a
When
woman
that's like
or anybody in between.
right, right. Is there an age that usually hit that like before and
Well,
after?
legally in the states of America, United States, it's 18 years old when you turn into an adult.
If you are young enough for your father to be called a baby daddy, then you shouldn't be listening to this episode. You should leave.
Get out of here. No kids allowed. 18 plus, please.
That's right.
Because we're going to
Or
talk about poop
and
and other
worse,
adult stuff.
we have some very adult content coming up. So unless your dad is a daddy and not a baby daddy, you got to go.
This one's gonna be a little scary. Donovan has some segments on the show notes that are making me feel that type of unease that this podcast does very well.
Embrace it. What else are you gonna do, brother?
I just have to take one.
Take one for the team.
Yeah,
Every
that's
episode.
what they say.
Mother bitch.
Okay, we're live. We can start whenever we want to. We're officially podcasters.
All right. Let me start off with a petition to change the name of our podcast from Last Two Brain Cells to Tummy Cream Special Edition.
Wow, you didn't run this by me, but I'm kind of into it.
Yeah. Or no. Okay, I think can we call our podcast Tummy Cream's Play Palace?
That's a really good name. I'm more on board the more you expand upon these thoughts.
Are you thinking about
I think
it?
it's a great thing. I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it hard, and I think you're onto something here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Last Two Brain Cells. We are two major league athletes named Aust1n and
Tummy Cream.
Tummy Cream, and today is January 29th, 2024 at 3:04 p.m. What time is it for you?
It's midnight.
You're in Istanbul still, correct?
Yeah, we're getting started here in Istanbul, Turkey. It's officially 12:05 a.m.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, either way, whatever time it is for you, it is time for episode 14 of Last Two Brain Cells. Here's a sneak peek at what's to come.
I used to, when I would have a bath time, I would trap bees.
A bath time.
I would pull bees into the water in the bath.
Somehow, I don't know how physically,
From behind.
there's a penis from behind going through this lady's armpits. And she's making noises like she's running a race.
Okay. Oh, gee, Mambo, and I can't handle that fucking hog. Oh, beauty.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Aye,
It's nice right there.
I like what you did there.
It's a good thing you did right there.
What do you think about the disclaimer?
Oh, I thought it was great.
All right.
Okay, then.
Welcome to Last Two Brain Cells.
Yeah, welcome in. Woo, 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 woo. Put on your clothes, take off your clothes, whatever makes you feel better.
Whatever is the opposite of what you have right now. If you're naked right now, put some clothes on.
Yeah, get a little spicy. Sounds kind of fun.
What's the ideal way to listen to a podcast? If there's like the best possible way to consume our content.
Driving naked, but it's legal and not weird.
Yeah, on the Autobahn, like doing like 200 miles an hour.
And like everyone's okay that you're naked. No one cares or is upset, but like it's super chill.
At a certain speed, they can't tell, right? What you're doing.
Yeah, if you're going like 300 miles an hour, you're going to say, was that the dashboard or was that a set of balls?
Like technically speaking, do laws exist at like 300 miles an hour? But like, who's going to enforce?
Did they change?
How are they going to catch you if you're, say, smoking a Cuban cigar and those are illegal in our country?
Whoa, but you're doing it really fast.
Super fast.
It's kind of sick. I mean, we could try to think of some crimes we could commit at high speeds. We could brainstorm that anytime.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I was, for this episode, we haven't gone through the agenda yet. We got an exciting lineup of Seggy Weggies today. But I was trying to look up some very illegal porn for this episode.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
Really? No, you could. You could allude. Okay, allegedly, I was looking up illegal porn, right? But you can't. It's not like I can't say. Like I can't.
That's like saying I was trying to find and do something illegal.
Yes, but I didn't do it.
But you said you just tried.
No, but I was going super fast.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah,
did it
yeah,
really
yeah,
fast?
yeah. So don't worry, man.
Oh, well then I
But
guess you're fine.
but yeah. Anyway, so this is episode 14. You had mentioned this is a special number to you.
It's a special number. Yeah, it's my lucky number. It's my favorite number of all time. I, in third grade, went to Knott's Berry Farm and I won a carnival game on lane 14. The game where you roll a ball and it's a little bit with a horse race. The better the ball roll spot you get, the better the horse goes. And I won on lane number 14. And I decided that day for the rest of my freaking life until I pass, 14 is my favorite number. So we're
Wow,
here on episode 14. I think this might potentially be my favorite episode. Who knows?
you're the lucky listener of the week, dude.
I'm the lucky listener of the week. And if your favorite number is 14, you're also the lucky listener of the week.
Yeah, and let's just say the other lucky listener of the week is a very specific person, and I'm looking right now at their email, but
Wow.
it's the last dude to rent our Turo car.
For those who don't know what Turo is an app in which you are able to rent out your personal private vehicle to the general public. Just like in the same way you would use Uber to get a ride, you can use Turo to rent out your car for such a price per day. Now, Donovan is in Europe, taking over the world, having a great freaking time. And I'm still back here in the States holding on to his pretty horse. And we got to give that pretty horse, a little ride around the block every once in a while. So we're renting it out to people. And today I actually dropped off, or really picked up the car from our first renter that actually wanted to rent it at the airport. And it was a good experience. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah, so he and his family are the lucky listeners of the week.
Wow.
But we wanted to just mention this because it's a quick intro segment. Is we wanted to read their review to
Live.
see what they're saying.
So just like
So
Uber, when you get an Uber, you not only rate your driver, but the driver rates you. Now, I think we're going to be giving this fine family a 5-star, but we have not read our first review ever. And we're going to find out right here, right now, how we did. Did I deliver the car well enough? Was
yeah,
the trunk too small? We'll see.
well, because you had mentioned, so when you dropped the car off, his first comment wasn't hello, wasn't how are you, it
He
was
said,
I thought
oh,
the trunk was going to be bigger.
thought the trunk was going to be bigger. And I was like, yeah. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do in that scenario. Like, I said, well, you can put the seats down and maybe they can make a little bit of room. And he's like, well, we have kids. And I was like, oh, well, then.
Yeah, but the thing
I
is,
don't know.
you are so good with people. You are so just friendly and overwhelmingly charming. I think there's no way they didn't give us anything less than 6 stars out of 5.
He's cool. He called me bro so many times. We should
Really?
be good. He called me bro a lot.
Okay, then you're in. You're
So
in.
I think we're good.
As soon
I
as
think
you're
we're good.
bro, you're
We
in.
shook hands and he's got thick, meaty, strong hands, respectfully in a nice way. He's got like, this guy can lift a truck. He was strong. I could feel the strength coming through the
He's
handshake.
got
It
that
was a
like
great,
farmer strength.
great
What kind of
handshake.
bod are we talking about?
Oh, he was like MMA fighter, lift weights, big boy. He probably goes to the Big Tex gym.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Nice.
very impressive. Very, very healthy, very fit guy. Cool family.
Should I write that for his? So to get our review, I think I have to rate him.
Great handshake.
So I gave him a 5 star. Should I write
Nice.
for the public review? Looks like he works out at Big Tex.
Great communication. Wonderful driver. Overall, awesome family.
Awesome family. Okay.
We could use an AI generator to talk about him. Next review, can we put like a 7-paragraph essay out?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, yeah, talk about the customer being great in 5 pages and just send that shit.
Just in absurd detail too. Like
That's
describe them
so
like
long.
if you ever like read old newspapers and their descriptions of specifically like female protagonists, it's always like she had a slight curvature to her smile, olive skin tone. Like it's stupidly specific.
Super true.
I think we should get really creepily.
We got to do that. It was a fine 12:37 a.m. when I pulled upon the Austin Biergstrom Airport.
There was
I
a slight
breathed
breeze.
into my left nostril and then the right, one at a time, getting ready for the day upon me.
I
saw
always
the
work
driver.
from left to right, such as we read in the English language.
Yes. Why do we read? We read to communicate. And we just keep going.
Communication is definitely one of this renter's strong suits.
Some would say it's what drives us.
Right. I'm going to submit this review, and
Perfect.
let's see what they said about us. Ooh, you're going to love this.
Okay, exciting. We're seeing our review.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm so excited,
Okay.
Actually.
Drum roll.
This is like getting a report card, but it's
How did you do? How did you do? Did he love you?
I
Did he
tried
hate
to
you?
hard. Was I nice?
He said 5 stars, and here's what he said. He said Audi Q5 2016.
What a great review. Hey, that's so good.
Not even a period at the end. Just
Wow.
literally just the year, make, and model of the car.
That's amazing.
That's
What a
awesome.
boss. We got 5 stars, though. That's huge for the algorithm. Algorithm daddy's going to love that.
That's our first. We're on our way to becoming pro hosts or whatever it's called.
You can drive our car.
Yeah.
It's
So,
exciting.
listen, times are tough. It's 2024. We're struggling. So if anyone wants to rent my car on the podcast,
That's
free
so
real
true.
estate.
If you want to rent my car too, fuck it. You want to rent a room? You want to rent what? You rent an ad space on our podcast? We'll sell whatever you want.
Legitimately, like I will write with Sharpie on my body and walk around Istanbul, like whatever your message is. I don't care how heinous.
I got like 10 jobs this year, and I'm going for 11. We can do it.
Yeah.
It's a gig
My
economy, and I'm trying
resolution
to
is
gig it up.
I'm not gigging enough.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a lovely lineup today for episode 14. First, a daily thinker, new segment.
Got to make y'all think a little.
Think a little bit. Then we have an AI game. Don't know what that means. That's your contribution.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about an AI game I played recently, and I was excited about it.
Cool. Let's talk. Then we have something I'm very excited for. It's called Breath Play. Then we have Brain Blast. Do you want to intro what that means?
Yeah, so Brain Blast is we thought maybe we could do a little bit of inventing here, a little on the spot thinking about how we can make the world a cooler and funner place, one stupid idea at a time.
Right, yeah. And then we're essentially taking something that may exist and evolving it, turning it into something even cooler, ideally. We'll see.
Right, like we're like making like a bird but cooler.
Yeah. So it's like, there's already the bird bath. It's just a boring bowl with water in it. But what if you had the bird jacuzzi?
Bird koozie. Done easy.
So that's just if you don't have groceries for the week and you need food very quickly, all you have to do is turn the heat up a little bit on that thing. They're not going to know. All of a sudden, you got a stew cooking.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
We have the softcore play at home.
I'm actually terrified because I watched you try to find the porn during this, and you were hiding behind your own hands and saying, "Oh God." And usually that's what I say. So I'm terrified as to what you're going to be showing me this week.
Yeah,
it's the first time we have video on. Now, just an experiment, just to remind the viewers, we're trying video. If you can't see us, feel free to see if there is a video option on whatever platform you're on. But also, we might not have used video. We're trying, we're learning, we're experimenting. But softcore play at home with our video reactions might be a little fun.
It's going to be so much juicier, and I'm just excited to do it. Number one, it's been a while to do it, also remotely, and then also to do it on camera. It's going to be a trifecta of new things.
We're watching porn internationally together as brothers.
Yes, and
that's
actually,
a beautiful thing.
For the sake of the pod and legality reasons, only allegedly am I in Istanbul while we watch this porn, because I think technically porn is illegal here.
Wow.
I mean, not here, there. It is
no
illegal
sex
there, huh?
No sex.
You can have sex, but you can't do porn.
You can't watch sex.
Exactly.
Oh,
it's such a weird. The thing is like that. Yeah, like so if you record yourself having sex in America, then it's fine with like somebody who you're paying, right? Because then it's porn versus prostitution. But then it's like the opposite here, where it's like if you're not recording, it's legal. If you're recording, it's porn, and then you're in trouble.
Interesting. Not here, but in Istanbul.
Not here, not there.
Wherever you are.
If I were in Istanbul, it would be illegal.
Yeah.
In any case, that's going to be our agenda for the episode. Oh, and then we'll wrap up, if we have some time, we'll see, with a little Guess Who.
I selfishly want to play Guess Who so bad. That's like it's softcore play at home is like me having to go to the dentist and getting a teeth taken out, and then like Guess Who is the ice cream that mommy buys me at the end.
Yeah, that's a little lollipop.
We gotta get there. I need the lollipop to ruin my other teeth so we can go back to the dentist.
Okay, but you're not allowed to rush through softcore play at home. If I detect that you're trying to speed through softcore play at home so you get to your lollipop, then we got to do it again.
That was my plan.
Yeah, I know. I know you.
All right, we'll do this whole thing, but we're watching it at 4 times speed. So you might have got me on that one.
Dude, I have jump scared myself with this this porn 3 times now. Like it pops up into my face and it's so visceral and oily and just it's right in front of your fucking. I cannot wait to watch this.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, but that's when we do our best work. Be honest.
That's what people are saying. The thing is, every time I'm like, all right, that's the last time we do softcore play at home. And then the listeners, our pals, our friends, they're always like, where's the softcore play at home?
Yeah.
And then if we don't give the people what they want, they're going to stop listening to our podcast. And they stop listening to our podcast, we're going to have to get more jobs.
Right, exactly. We're just responding to popular demand, and you guys are some sick fucks.
You're
so
sick
what are we gonna do?
You freaks, in a respectful kind way. You fucking freaks, respectfully, weirdos.
No, really though, for anyone who can leave a review, I want to know: do you want us to degrade you? Can we have a segment where we just like threaten you, or like do some dirty talk that's like really degrading, or like would you be into that? Let us know. I'm curious.
I can't wait for like our first comment from someone that we don't know to just be like, no, don't do that. Like, who the fuck said that?
Or what if it's a comment from like Aunt Patty that's like, absolutely, like, give it to me.
I was hoping it'd be anybody but my Aunt Patty. I love Aunt Patty, but
I love Aunt Patty too.
Comments be crazy.
You know Aunt Patty's like down to get a little dirty.
This is the moments where I wish we weren't doing a video stream. I
know your face is classic. We're drinking this up. We flipped a coin before we started recording.
We both were on the fence about deciding to drink or not on this episode. So we literally flipped a nickel and it landed up heads. And here we are. I am drinking, or really was drinking, a Hopadillo IPA.
Yeah. And I am drinking out of a beer bottle. But let me be honest with you guys at home. This is not beer in the beer bottle. You want to guess what this is?
That's got to be some hard liquor.
Yeah.
That's the most weird thing I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude. You drink hard liquor.
That's my man.
And realistically, it's probably one of the cheaper varietals. You're going by price per ounce.
I mean, you know me too well.
And that's when I opened up my Coors Light for the same damn reasons, but opposite.
Yep, number 600 of the week, I assume.
Something like that. We can count them on the floor.
No, you said you've been cutting down on drinking a little bit, right?
I have. I've been drinking less, which is great. I've been trying to just drink on the weekends or during like a podcast or like creative things, or if I'm actually socializing with people. Like drinking's fun. The hard part is it's so freaking fun. But also, I'm 30 now. I always told myself when I get to 30, we'd just maybe considering. And so we're not moderation and moderation, but we're slowing down a little bit. We're doing a little slowing down here.
All right.
Anyway, we just talked about our medical problems for a moment. Ever since I said 30, we had to talk about our decaying bodies, but it's okay. We're going to figure it out and we're going to get stronger.
Yeah, or we're going to continue to get weaker because that's the natural progress of life. It's okay. Embrace death. It's inevitable. Yada, yada, yada. That's our agenda for today. Let's get started with a little Daily Thinker.
Ooh, Daily Thinker. Okay, so I just want to jump the hell right into this one. I was pacing at the Austin Beerextrom Airport today, waiting to pick up the car. I got there 45 minutes early. They were late. All good. Don't mind. I was pacing. I had nothing to do. I didn't have headphones. I just had time to think. Walk through the airport. I looked at it from like a aesthetic perspective, a architectural perspective. It was amazing to be at the airport and think I'm the only person here that doesn't feel the rush of having to be somewhere else. I was just scrolling like it was a public park, which was weird because everyone else wasn't. They were going fast, all that shit.
Dude, just side note on that, like going to the airport casually is such a flex.
Yeah, it really is.
We should popularize just going when you don't have a flight.
Yeah, just hang out.
All hang out
with the gang. There's live music at the Austin airport.
Yeah. It's just like have phone calls with the friends and be like, yeah, man, no, I got nothing going on. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I get at the airport. You want to hit up the airport for a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm bored. But I also believe, and Donovan and I talk about this a lot, the concept of I really do believe being bored sometimes forces you to create the most interesting things you can think of or do. Having no stimulus makes your mind create something. Right. And my brain had this thought about clocks. Clockwise. Clocks go clockwise. What the hell is clockwise? Clockwise.
What does that even mean?
What is the clockwise? Why is it going this way instead of going that way? You know what I mean? And then I had to really think about it. The clock. The previous first version of a clock was a sundial. A sundial is something that uses the sun, and based on the shadow that is casted upon the rock or whatever the pillar is, it tells you what time of the day it is about. Now, what's crazy and interesting about this and why I bring it up is the sundial goes opposite directions, whether you are on the northern or on the southern hemisphere. By being on the northern or southern hemisphere, you get a different direction. And then it got me thinking, why do we do clockwise then? And it led me to thinking about the exploration of trying to figure out how to quantify time via machinery as man, which is amazing. So we're talking about we got sundials, and then we get into using like candles, and we use pendulums, and then we get parts like mechanical parts, and then we get batteries. And slowly over the course of time as humans, we have been nailing down better and better a more accurate way to see time and experience and quantify it. We are now at the point where we have atomic clocks. So we're down to like the second, millisecond of a second, extreme precision. And then it got me thinking, we're kind of like done figuring out time. I mean, there's probably time things to figure out with space, but it's kind of an incredible thing to be a part of this part of humanity where it's like our whole lives we were making time better. What can we do to quantify time even more precise at this point? Are we finished? Are we alive during the era where time has been solved? Because round of applause to us, that's kind of crazy.
Woo! We got it.
Now, last thought here. This brings me back to the direction of clockwise versus counterclockwise. The clock, from what I understand, was very much invented mechanically above the northern hemisphere. And because of the fact that it was made in the northern hemisphere, it goes that direction. It led me to believe if the clock mechanically was created in the southern hemisphere, clockwise would be counterclockwise. And things would be a little different in this world. Anyways, not really important or life-changing information, but I was fascinated by the concept of the clock goes the direction that it does because of where it was made.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. And that was what pacing and being bored led me to think.
I love that the artist who is behind the hit song, what is it? Come Fart Piss Shit Love?
Yeah, on Spotify.
Yeah, so you can check it out on Spotify. But I love that the creator of that is also the kind of person who, given 30 minutes of free time, is just going to wander into thinking about man's quest to define the construct of time. That's pretty cool.
That's the duality of man. So this side of my brain says pee poo 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 cum boobs, and this side of my brain says science, trigonometry.
What's this?
Humanity?
Huh?
Let's discuss.
Okay.
That's the beauty of a brain. That can do a lot of things.
Tangential question that doesn't necessarily have a right answer, but there are two schools of thought about mathematics, which I think is kind of relevant to time.
Arithmetic.
Listen, sorry for all the cuts this episode. We are learning as we go. This is an iterative process, and this is episode 1 in terms of actually filming ourselves while we do the cast. So please bear with us while we learn, and it's going to get better over time. But yeah, what I was going to ask is there's this concept that's kind of related to time, but that's math, right? And there's this philosophical argument that doesn't necessarily have a right answer, but I'm curious what your thoughts are, that math is either entirely a man-made construct or it's inherently natural. It's part of the universe and we're discovering it. So the question is, like, for really advanced formulas and shit, like numbers in general, are we making this up to describe what we're observing, or are we discovering something that's inherent in the universe?
I feel like it could be both. I feel like it doesn't have to be a 1 or a 0, a binary answer in a sense where it's like yes and no. I think it could be both. I definitely see numbers and math being a way that we as humans can quantify the world around us within a numerical value, which we then is, a man-made creation. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I have a hard time not arguing that 1 equals 1. That makes sense to me.
Right.
2 equals 2. So I do think math can absolutely be an extremely natural thing, but the tools in which we go about trying to use it to understand the planet are created by humans. But I think it's like in the same way you would use a pickaxe to mine towards the ore. Like I think the ore is natural, but you're using human-made tools to uncover it.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really, really good analogy.
Anyways, I went to art schools. That's me talking about math. I don't know. I literally went to my college specifically because I saw that you did not have to do math. And I was like, yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Math, look, no diss if you're a math major or if you're
math is sick.
But like, math is for nerds, dude. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it. If you're into math, cool. You help the world go round. I appreciate you. You're a nerd, dude. Go home.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing is when nerds can weaponize their nerdiness, it can lead to some of the coolest shit ever. I've seen nerds take over the world and change things. It's a beautiful thing.
Nerds are the reason we have Clockwise. Nerds are the thing that the reason that we're able to meet at 12 a.m. here and whatever it is at what is it, 3 p.m.?
It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, your
You know,
time.
and honestly, speaking about nerds and figuring out clockwise, I feel like the first nerd found about clockwise when they got a swirly in the toilet. They realized that toilet was going this way. Now, if you were a nerd in South
Mm-hmm.
America or in the Southern Hemisphere, you're going to have your swirly go the other way. But unlucky for you, you didn't invent the clock.
You know, I heard the swirly direction thing is a myth.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No, you've seen
I
it.
will. I haven't seen it. I thoroughly believe it.
Have you ever been to the southern hemisphere?
Is Colombia Southern Hemisphere or is it middle?
I actually don't know.
I think it's Southern because I think I looked it up to find out if I had been to the Southern Hemisphere.
Okay, well, but I think in Colombia the toilet swirled clockwise.
I have
So
vivid memories of the opposite.
let's think about all of our toilet swirls because I was
All
there
the
for
toilet
a long
swirls.
time.
Now I'm thinking about the kitty cat. There
The
was a
which
really nice kitty cat in our hostel, and he was so sweet. He would sit on the couch by the bathroom, and you'd say, "Hello, kitty cat," every day. My favorite part about the hostels is the hostel kitty cat. So they're just like, "Oh, I'm the cat,"
wait,
and they just
which
like exist.
the
The one that
hostel?
we got a private room for the two of us, two different
Yeah.
beds, and it was like $10 a night.
Okay, I remember. This is a caveat. That's what we're here for. So at one point, you and I were both in Colombia, right? It was a wonderful time, and I think at that hostel, I slept basically alone one night. I think you got back at like
Oh, I
six
did.
a.m.
Yeah, I did. I got back at 6 a.m. because I was out on the town with all the homies. I made so many friends in Colombia by myself, which I was very proud of because I'm not a social person. I am social, but it's hard to get me out.
Yeah,
Uh,
are
I
you?
was out.
Can you shamelessly bullet point what that night entailed?
Yeah, so long story short, we met up with a bunch of people on a hostel roof, you and me, and you were like, "I gotta get going and do something." And I was like, "I think I'm just gonna hang out here with these people." And it was just a collection of other people, some people foreigners, some people from Colombia. We ended up doing some wild shit. They were like, "Hey, we're just gonna go for a quick ride," and I was like, "Okay." So I got in the car, and they drive to the neighborhood's no longer lit area, and they buy a lot of allegedly they buy a lot of cocaine allegedly, and I don't do coke.
Allegedly,
I don't do
the
coke.
entire time they were chewing Molly. They
Yeah.
were
Oh,
they
yeah.
just popping Molly like it was Skittles.
They were fun, and I think what's so fun is I don't need the Molly or the coke. That's kind of like my vibes generally. So I can vibe very well with Molly and coke people because like we can talk about dumb shit really quickly if you want to. I'd love to, but I don't need the Molly or coke to do so. But I
Yeah,
was in the backseat of an Uber. These people they got an Uber to go
an
to a
official
drug
Uber
deal.
on the
We
app.
got an official Uber, and the Uber driver was like, this again." And we pull over in like a not lit area, and like 15 people surround the car, and like, what do you? Then they start to sing drug names at us, and the homie in the front seat buys the cocaine allegedly, and then we went back home, and then we hung out, and we smoked a lot of legal marijuana
Yeah, yeah,
allegedly,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they did the coke, and then and then I was like, hey guys, I gotta go home. So I started walking home, and I
Yeah.
literally got like a quarter block from our hostel. And these two like French girls wearing crowns were like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm going home." And they're like, "Come with us." And I was like, "Well, you have crowns. You must be the royalty around here." And they're like, "Yes, we're the queens." And I was like, "Okay, queens." So I went with these girls to their hostel, and we hung out with a bunch of people, and then uh some guy that was not really invited or a part of the group started talking about how vaccines are like a fucking conspiracy theory, yada yada, metal, magnetic, whatever. And this guy was like being an asshole about it.
Yeah.
And I called him a bitch, and I went home. And then that was 6:30 a.m. and we had to wake up a couple hours later. And I was so fucking hungover. It was one of the worst hangovers of my life.
You were blown to smithereens the next day. I've seen you in bad positions. You were bottom, bottom, bottom on the floor the
I
next
was
day.
dead because we woke up really early and we had to go on a big bus ride to what is the giant rock? Do you know the giant rock?
Yeah, so it's called Guatape. There's this big, big rock that's I don't know, an hour or two from Medellin, Colombia, and it's beautiful. There's a great view. It's a
Beautiful.
cool town, but you were just blown to smithereens that day.
Obliterated.
And it's the thing is, it's like a thousand steps. It's a series of stairs. If you just Google Guatape, you'll see it. It's a series of stairs going up a sheer mountain cliff to get to the top. and like
it is extremely vertigo inducing, and I already had the spins, so I
were
was like struggling.
you were fucked, man.
I
But
was fucked.
you soldiered through that. The thing is, even on your worst hangover, you're down to clown,
I
and
was there.
that's why we're best homies, dude. That's
Mm-hmm.
why we're doing this podcast. That's why we've endured whatever 17 years together. Which
It was great. I remember being able to like elbow you in the bus ride on the way there. And I was like, hey, man, I just got to be honest with you. I think I'm having a panic attack and I feel terrible. And you're like, you're good, man. Just box breathe. And I was like, what's that? And you taught me how to box breathe. And
yeah,
now we're here. We
yeah,
learned and we grew and I climbed that mountain and you can't stop us, baby boy.
and that's actually a really good just pro tip for anybody who has issues with anxiety or would like to be able to calm themselves down in a relatively quick manner. There's this technique called box breathing, which many are probably aware of, but essentially you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. So there's this four-sided inhale exhale cycle, and it's proven to essentially calm you down no matter what situation you're in. So
It definitely helped. I mean,
yeah.
it didn't get me unhungover, but let me just say, I fell asleep. I took a nap. I mean, hey, speaking of box breathing, you have 2 segments on this show notes that are breath play and then breath play 2. And I was guessing that I feel like one of these is safe for work, one of these is not safe for work. I'm honestly, anytime you write anything down on our show notes, I'm just suspicious.
Yeah, well, okay. Safe bet. If we're looking at past performance, most of the shit's going to be not safe for work.
Right.
However, there's always exceptions to the rule, and both of these segments, both breath play and breath play 2, are safe for work. So
Whoa.
if you're working right
That's
now,
crazy.
go ahead and put this on speaker and let the whole office hear. This is
I really
fine.
enjoyed it. I think we got a review at one point where someone said along the lines like, love listening to this podcast at work. And then it was parentheses, it with headphones. You must wear headphones.
Yeah,
And I was
no,
like, that's
a good bet.
that's
Overall,
great.
it's a good bet.
What a compliment.
Yeah, but for now, breath play. Welcome to this segment. This is going to be a one and done, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the animal kingdom. I love animals.
Oh, I
And
love the Animal Kingdom. It's one of my favorite parks of Disney World.
yeah, hey, this is completely unrelated to this segment, but if there's a king of the jungle, who's the queen of the jungle? I'm just curious. Who do you think
The
is the queen?
lioness.
No. Okay, not a lion. Who's the queen animal that's not a lion?
Ooh, the queen animal.
Yeah,
I feel like the elephant.
good to know.
Elephant got big queen energy.
Yeah, BQE.
Yeah. You see those mommies shepherding around their little babies?
Yeah. You see the ears. You know how you tell the difference between an African and an Asian elephant?
How? Well, okay. Well, it depends. Are you in Africa? Or are you in Asia?
All right, you're a good dad. You're a good dad. You got it.
That's stolen from the Jungle Cruise. I'm so sorry.
Of course it is. No fucking Disney facts.
That's true.
If you tell a single Disney fact this episode, I'm not kidding. I'm going to exit this tab and we're done.
I almost hit you with one earlier, and I went. Zoop.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, okay. So the actual way to tell the difference is the African elephant has ears that are bigger and shaped like Africa.
Whoa, is that real? That sounds like a Snapple fact.
It could be. I don't know.
I
Look,
want
I'm
to
not.
believe it.
Nothing that we say.
This is the unresearched fact of the week. We can have our unresearched fact of the week. We can just say something outlandish.
Yeah.
I remember that was the thing you used to do when we were on our road trip. We were at Yellowstone, and you were just telling tourists things that weren't true. You were like, you know, this Old Faithful here was built by the Native Americans 55 years ago, and people were like, "Oh yeah, like what?" And it was it was a great time. Editor, shout out to you. You're doing a fucking great job.
I'm so sorry, editor.
Editor, you need to get your penis sloppy toppied with a twist.
Ugh, I don't even want that right now. Okay,
I'll take the bullet.
Please do. All right, but do it to my Spotify playlist, the sheet music.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was thinking about making a new playlist called "Shit Music" for shitting.
Ooh, I did. As soon as you do, let me know. I'm gonna follow that.
I'm saying.
We should wait. Can we collab? Can we collab a playlist to listen to while you shit?
Yeah, for sure. People have gym playlists. We need pooping playlists.
Things that'll make you shit.
Yeah, this will make you shit.
Yeah, and what?
It's not like you want to. You're gonna have to.
Off the cuff, what do you think is the number one song that makes you shit?
The brown note. You know the brown note.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a note specifically made to make you shit your pants.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we should make a new song on the brown note.
Yeah. The brown note,
Special.
and then in parentheses, base boosted.
You will shit. Parentheses, you will shit.
100% try not to shit challenge.
Try not the shit challenge. That's
Yeah.
sick.
Any Hoozleby, this is a new segment. This is going to be a one-off. It's 2 parts. The first part of Breath Play is more fun facty, and basically I've written down 5 animals here in the show notes, and
Aminals.
I would like you to rate them in order of who can hold their breath the longest underwater.
Fish.
So fish not included.
What the fuck? I got 1 point. I want my point.
Yeah, all right. So how long do you think fish can hold their breath for, dude?
The whole time.
Good guess. That's true. But I guess no, because if you consider holding your breath like being in an environment that's not your own to breathe in, then fish can only hold their breath in oxygen for like 1 minute. They're weak as shit.
Are fish holding their breath when they're out of water?
Do fish even fucking live?
I heard that the whole goldfish not having short memories thing is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, no, they're smart, dude.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about goldfish. Okay, so I need to rank the fish that can, or the aminal that can breathe the longest.
Yes. All right. So you're gonna make
whale.
some guessy wessies here. So no. So I'm gonna give you 5.
2 alligator.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna give you 5 animals. Basically, ask how long you think each one can hold their breath for. Okay.
I love that.
So I'm gonna give you 1 minute, and then we'll skip to your answers.
I'm ready. I don't even need that minute. This is good for the editor because I don't need your pathetic time. We figured out time years ago.
Okay.
First things first. Dun 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 dun. Scorpion.
Scorpion, huh?
Yeah. So I'm looking at this list. Let me just say the list for the viewers. We have hippo, dolphin, scorpion, sea turtle, and sloth. One more time: hippo, dolphin, scorpion, sea turtle, sloth. I'm saying scorpion because what the fuck is that doing on there?
You are 100% correct.
This is why we win game shows.
Yeah. Scorpions can hold their breath for like 6 to 7 days underwater.
Fuck yeah. I'm working on like David Blaine.
Yeah, and that's a long time. And this is probably something that I should not share. I don't know if it's just psychopathic or traumatic or something from my childhood, but I used to like really mess with bugs, like to an unnecessary degree when I was growing up. And I used to, when I would have a bath time, I would trap bees.
A bath time.
I would pull bees into the water in the bath and see how long they could survive. And they could actually live underwater for like a long time. Bees live for like hours underwater.
You took hour-long bath times?
No, I mean, I wouldn't bathe with the bees the entire time.
I feel like that is just like a childhood thing. I mean, fucking with animals is usually like a clear sign for you're probably going to have like, you're going to be like a serial killer or something scary. But I feel like fucking with bees and like ants is a kid thing to do. Like there's a difference when the animal's ugly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's also still fucked.
It's still fucked up. I'm not saying there's any excuse by any means, but I feel like as a kid, you make this easy distinction. You're like, oh, ants, ugly. You know, you're gonna like fuck with like a kitty cat because cats are cute. Be nice to a cat, but like, ugh, bee, it's gonna sting me. And I remember my neighbors would always like fuck with bugs, and I was never like the fuck with bugs guy. But I'll be honest, I would watch them fuck with bugs because I was like, what else am I gonna do? Go home? All right, so scorpion, I kind of went with it because it's a wild play. I figured it might be a wild play. Let's go ahead and hit it. I don't know about sloth. I feel like sloth is either gonna be able to hold its breath for a long time or just not at all. So I'm gonna skip sloth for now, and I'm gonna go to sea turtle.
Here's the thing, dude. You would be 100% correct. You're fucking good at this.
I love aminals and I love holding my breath.
Yeah. Sea turtles can hold their breath for a variable degree. If they're actively swimming and doing sea turtle shit, then they have to breathe every like few minutes. Actually, they have to go to the surface. But if they're chilling, then they can hold their breath for 4 to 7 hours.
Wow, that's a long time, little dudes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Little dudes, it's
little dudes.
I don't think we use our like annoying Californian accents enough. I think people really enjoy that sound.
All right, well, let's go ahead and keep it rolling then, bro.
Dude, what's your most Californian laugh? Dude,
oh, wow.
All right, okay. That's cool to listen to.
It's one of those things where you start laughing and you laugh your laugh, and it just makes you feel good.
Contagious laughter, dude.
Yeah.
I think if we don't make it in the podcast game, we should get into laughter yoga.
I love laughter yoga. We could easily knock that shit out of the park.
Out of the park.
Out of the park, dude. Out of the park. We're recording on a new little program and it has a bunch of bullshit. So next time Donovan tells a funny joke.
Okay, you want to hear? Actually, no, I'm not going to tell a joke right now. Okay.
Cool, huh? Hippo. 3, hippo. Yes, and you know hippos are only dangerous when they're wiggling their ears and blowing bubbles.
Really?
I'm sorry, that's another quote from the Jungle Cruise. I'm sorry.
You are actually a Disney slut. Can I call you that?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow, that's a compliment. Let me look at my jacket. I'm wearing a fucking Mickey Mouse 50th anniversary motherfucking
You're
head.
not.
I'm not even joking. Yeah, I am though. And I'm wearing the Last Two Brain Cells podcast tee.
By the way, you look pretty fucking hot in that shirt.
Hey, it's available. It's in the show notes. If you want to wear one of these, it's a test print. It's not officially done, but also, hey.
Yeah, dang. I gotta say, that's an attractive shirt. Like, I think anyone who wears that shirt's gonna look pretty attractive. I just objectively think that's a nice shirt, man.
Yeah, shout out to all of our video listeners. I just slapped my ass for the video listeners, so if you can figure out how to watch the video, it might be helpful.
So the answer is hippos are not number 3.
Oh!
They're last fucking place.
Really? They can't do it? Mm-hmm. They're big, hefty fellas, and they are killers. I didn't realize how dangerous hippos were.
They are the most dangerous animal. They kill more people than any other animal, no?
Just Google a hippo eating a watermelon whole, and you will change your opinion on every other animal's strength abilities.
I mean, look, I could eat a watermelon whole, but that's not that impressive.
Seen you do it.
Yeah, that's right. With just my legs.
That was just your legs, brother. Okay. What that mouth do? All right, so since hippo is not number 3, I need to guess number 3 again. I am going to guess dolphin.
It's sloth.
How long that bad boy? Because it's just like, is he holding his breath, or is he just like forgetting to breathe and be like, oh shit, I gotta do that again?
We can observe that sloths can survive underwater and hold their breath for 40 fucking minutes.
That's a nutty amount of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, when a hippo has to surface, like, 8 times before a sloth has to.
So if you're playing a game of holding your breath, the hippo's in trouble.
Yeah.
Sloth's gonna win here.
That actually brings me to a quick, just on the sea turtle thing. So again, sea turtles number 2. They can hold their breath for 4 to 7 hours if they're resting.
They love eating plastic straws.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Why is it so tasty? It's a delicacy.
Good. I eat plastic straws. You know me. I've been reaching on. This is an embarrassing fact. I chew on plastic straws like I'm a sea turtle.
I think in another life, if reincarnation is real, you were a sea turtle.
I hope so.
So there's not sea turtles, but turtles that go into lakes that are in like wintry, cold areas. When those lakes freeze, what do you think those turtles do?
They freeze.
They freeze.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so when turtles end up freezing at the bottom of lakes, they actually aren't dead, but they're in like a sort of suspended animation, right?
Whoa.
And a lot of different species do this, but the interesting thing is the turtles are underwater, right? So they still have to be able to somehow, like, I don't know if it's called synthesize, like just breathe oxygen, right? And the way that they do that is actually through their butts.
Whoa, they breathe through their butts when they're iced out?
Yeah, exactly.
I breathe through my butt when I'm iced out.
I breathe through my butt when I'm iced out. So they have what's called a highly vascularized butt. And so they do what's called cloacal respiration.
That's sick.
And so and if I'm not mistaken, chickens have cloacas too, which means that your vagina and your butthole is combined into one hole. That's a cloaca.
You know, I took zoology in high school, and they didn't say it like that. If the teacher would have just said it like that, I would have understood more. But she's anus this, vaginal hole here. Just say it.
I hate when people say anus. I think if I were king of the world, I would ban the word anus. So we have number 1, scorpions. Number 2, sea turtles. Number 3, the sloth. What's number 4? Oh, I guess you would know by now. It's the only other one that's not guessed. It's dolphins.
Dolphin and then hippo.
Then hippo. Yeah. So the dolphins.
Yay!
can hold their breath for how long do you think?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah, super close. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Imagine if we as humans had to like breach and go to the top of the water to breathe, but we did the opposite. Like we had like fully submerged in a pool every 20 minutes or we'd have issues.
Or like if we just
So
forget to
annoying.
breathe for 4 minutes, we're dead.
Yeah.
Like you're gone.
Pretty annoying in my opinion.
Do you know how long the longest a human has held their breath for?
I'm going to say 9 minutes and 39 seconds.
The actual person who has held their breath the longest ever it occurred on the 27th of March, 2021, and it was done by a Croatian man named Budimir Sobat. And
Shout out, you're the lucky listener of the week.
He held his breath for 24 minutes and 37 seconds, bro.
You could watch a whole fucking episode of Mythbusters during that time. That's crazy.
Dude, that is the crazy, that
What's
I was
he
going to
do?
say,
Just
that's
watch
longer
TV
than a Simpsons episode.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what do you think he was doing under that?
That's probably bored. Probably thinking about how sundials work and what counterclockwise versus clockwise means.
The sun, even in the southern hemisphere, also rises in the east. So the sun always rises in the east, sets in the west, but it tilts differently, right? It's got a different still.
The Earth got that tilt to it. That tilt, though.
The way that it swerves.
Ooh, that tilt, though.
Oh.
Ooh, look at the way that thing. You think people talk about the planets rotating around the sun. I think they're just drifting. Yeah. Tokyo Drift style. All the planets are like, skirt.
Yeah.
And some planets take longer to skirt than others.
That's a really, really good point, man. All right. And so that brings us to Breath Play version 2, where I'm going to time how long we can hold our breaths in 2 different scenarios. Because I thought there was this interesting comparison that we could make for science, that how long can you hold your breath on a high note versus on a low note?
Oh, as in like singing?
Yeah.
Well, I can nail that shit.
I thought you'd be more into that, but I'm curious. What do you think? Do you think you could hold it longer on a high or a low note?
Low.
Why?
There's more tensing going on and getting that higher pitch, and I feel like you're pushing more air out. That the deep throat singing style is like you're almost like just vibrating your throat at that point and not even using air.
But I think the opposite, because I think naturally when you're holding your breath and you're trying to make a noise at the same time, at the very, very end, you could only squeak. You never hear people go low when at the end.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's what we're here for. We're doing science today. We're going to find out.
All right, what's first?
All right, so first, I'm going to record how long it takes you to do a low note, okay?
Okay, here we go. Ready?
All right, whenever you're ready. All right.
Wow, that was exhausting.
That was
really hard work.
Impressive.
Thank you.
I had time to pour a whole nother gin into my beer.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you want to guess how long that was?
49 seconds.
It was even more, man. You did 1 minute and 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so big. And I got to go high?
All right, I'll do low, and then you'll do high. I'll do high, yeah?
Whenever you're ready.
Oh.
You looked frozen there. That was terrifying.
Oh, my God.
You did a really good job. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Dude, I cheated because I was looking at the time and I was like, I have to beat you.
Fuck, I knew it. Yeah, like 107.
I did 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Damn it.
I wouldn't have lasted that long if I didn't have that little bit of revenge in mind. So
I get it.
Now we're gonna do the high notes.
High note time.
And ready? I think we're gonna get even longer.
We'll see.
Okay. All right, you ready? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start. Wow!
Oh!
Wow! You got 1 minute 6 seconds.
That's exactly what I did last.
No. 1 minute 6:88. So basically 1 minute 7 seconds.
What was my last one?
1 minute 4.
Oh, so 3. Okay, 3 extra.
You're a little longer.
But this time I gotta say, this is my bias. Is I had more motivation to outdo your number. And I don't know if I did.
Right.
We'll see. Let's see your high note. I was going extreme falsetto.
And you did.
Thank you.
You executed well. Okay. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
What'd you get?
I cannot believe these results.
What did you get? I love doing science on this podcast.
I could feel it real time. That was way harder, bro.
Way harder. Way harder.
Why is that so much harder? Okay.
I think you have to strain more to hit higher note.
I only got 39 seconds.
Oh man.
That's half the time.
Oh, those cigarettes are doing a duty on your lungers, dude. You gotta get back to the Michael Phelps routine and just hit the bong.
I would love to. I can't find fucking weed allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But okay, that's fascinating. I could feel the air escaping much, much faster. I felt tired very quickly.
I felt it too. I also, from firsthand experience, felt extremely less qualified to keep going, but I was so motivated that I did.
Interesting.
But you can notice at the end, my note had to change registers to a lower one.
Yeah,
as I was running out of breath. I started so high that over the course of time, my note got lower and lower.
Can we, at the same time, do our lowest pitch and then highest pitch right now?
Oh, yeah. Ready?
Okay, ready? All right, thank you.
That's pretty solid.
Not bad. We got a good range between the two of us.
Really good range.
When you're in the shower, do you typically stick to the higher or lower registers?
Both. I like to switch it up.
Yeah,
it depends if I'm thinking Frank Ocean or like some hip hop.
Yeah. Do you have a go-to shower song?
I've been listening to a lot of Shed Theory still. I'm on my Joey train where it's just like outlandish nonsense. Like, who the fuck's idea was it to let me in? You know, like some real crazy shit.
Okay, good shit.
I'm in a big Young Lean ethereal rap music era.
Got it.
My Spotify Wrapped last year was my top 3 genres were cloud, drain, and rap. And I'm like, those first 2 aren't real. Like,
I don't know what drain is. What is drain? That's
drain, gang. No, it's like Young Lean, ethereal from Blade, the artist Blade.
We haven't done this yet. Can we do a quick artist/song review on the cast?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think of Agony by Young Lean?
Agony is incredible. It's an incredible song. I love Agony by Young Lean. I think it's actually wild that you're bringing it up because I've been listening to it a lot this year.
Yeah. It's obviously not aesthetically beautiful. It's not pleasing to the ears. It's not on the right pitches and shit. But
it's fucking real.
Yeah, from an emotional perspective and from a storytelling perspective, it's one of the most beautiful songs you could listen to, I think.
I love it. I'm so happy we're on the same page. It's been incredibly awesome to grow up musically with you because we have listened to a lot of shit over the years and it only gets shittier in the best way.
I agree, yeah. And before this episode, you showed me some new music too. What was that song by Chief Keef? What was it, Peep Bead?
Oh, Peep Bead. There's a song called Peep Bead by Chief Keef. That one of the 5,000 Chief Keef songs. Shout out to an absolute legend.
Yeah.
He says, I pull out my dick and I peed. It's really good. Fuck, I'm ignorant. I whip out my PB and start PBing.
If you listen to Chief Keef this week, you are also a lucky listener.
All right, so we have been doing a lot this podcast, but we also want to do a little bit of trivia. It's been quite a while since we were able to ask a little bit of a trivia question, a little brain tickler, something gets you a little going here. So I'm going to ask Donovan a question here. Now, we love emojis. I personally loved the Emoji Movie, maybe controversial, but I thought it was amazing, 5 stars. And this, I would like to cite my sources, is Neil.fun. Neil.fun is a website that has an incredible archive of internet history, 1 fun fact per year throughout the entirety of the internet. Check out Neil.fun in your free time. It's awesome.
Time for trivia.
But this is the fact from the year 1982. Why was the emoticon presented as a concept?
So emojis are often represented on the web in a format that's called Unicode. I think maybe it was sort of a proof of concept to show that you could do more than just the Latin alphabet on the internet. And so if you wanted to represent like Cyrillic or Mandarin or some other sort of script, then you needed to basically to be able to print other characters on the screen. and maybe the happy face was like a placeholder, like a stand-in for that sort of script.
I love that theory.
No?
But you are so far off. Could
Okay.
be cool. I like the idea of it. Now it's even funnier. I think it's funny. The origins of the happy face emoticon are funny. I'm gonna read this from Neil.fun just for clarifying sake. This is the source. The first recorded use of a smiley on the internet was 1982. Computer scientist Scott Fahlman proposed that the happy face and sad face close parenthesis, open parenthesis.
Oh,
Could be
not
used,
emojis, just
not
the
emojis,
text.
emoticons. So
Oh, okay.
emoticons are different than
Okay.
emojis. Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Emoticons are the old school,
Yeah.
classic, just using what you have on the keyboard.
Okay. For context, I'm drunk. I've drank a lot of gin already this episode.
And what time is it?
It's 1:30 a.m.
Exactly. So no worries.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
Scott Fahlman proposed the use of happy faces and sad faces specifically to distinguish between jokes and serious posts online. And the reason this happened was at Carnegie Mellon University, there was a bulletin board in which a student made a joke on the bulletin board that there was a mercury spill in the physics department elevator. Other students didn't realize this was a joke, and they thought an actual spill occurred. They then started using smiley faces on these same forums to say, this is a joke, LOL, this is a joke. But here's the actual conversation on September 17th, 1982. Anthony says at Carnegie Mellon University says, how about we use asterisk for good jokes and the percentage sign for bad jokes? We could even use asterisk's percentage sign for jokes that are so bad that they're funny. And then in reply to that, here comes our hero, Scott E. Fahlman. I propose the following character sequence for joke markers: : close parenthesis. Read it sideways. Actually, it's probably more economical to mark things that are not jokes, given the current trends. For this, we use : close parentheses. So the man's literally inventing happy faces via characters on a keyboard to distinguish between good and bad, or serious and non-serious posts. And now we just post eggplant water, and it's like, haha, penis. But like, there was a reason and an intention, and I think that's so beautiful.
Context, because that's so important. Like textual, like context is so lost on all textual communication, and to be able to say like, hey, I'm being sarcastic, I'm making a joke, this is a bad joke, like that is so important.
Carnegie Mellon University, home of the happy face. I just found that so fascinating. And again, I want to give full credits to Neil.fun. They have made an incredible collection of online facts. Please check them out. Sources cited because they are sick. They're the lucky listener of the week.
Give credit where credit is due. All right.
Amen.
I
wouldn't know this without Neil.
I think a red flag in a girlfriend, if she doesn't cite her sources, I'm not boning.
I think if I'm not getting the bibliography,
yeah,
I'm a little lost.
If she's not texting me in MLA format, I'm blocking immediately.
I'm more of an APA guy.
Okay, so here's a little behind the scenes, guys. You and I, we like to warm up via various methods.
Right? Oh, this is true. This is so stupid.
So for this episode, because this is a special episode, we got the video, we started a little bit late. We decided to sext each other.
In the public chat. We're using an app called Zencaster for recording podcasts via browser. And there's a chat room, and all of a sudden I was asking for Bob's, and then I was getting vagine.
Yeah, you got a lot of vagine from...
The hard part was we were both like, you know, it started off joking, and then 15 minutes later, we were both like, we were texting each other.
We were stone-faced. Like, it's, yeah.
We had the video on, not talking about what we were doing. We were just pretending to be people having a conversation about Bob's and vagine.
I asked you a question at one point, and you completely ignored me to continue to talk to me on...
I was busy texting, yeah.
So that you could see my Bob's.
I needed Bob's. I said, I will do anything to visit you someday, dear ma'am.
Yeah. That's something that we had to invent, that we had to create, like time.
The peach emoji is a butt. The eggplant is a penor.
Okay.
Cool podcast.
Yeah. So anyway, so we were sexting each other before the episode. We learned a little bit about the history of emoticons. But more importantly, I got to take a piss.
I got to pee so fucking bad, dude.
Yeah?
Oh my God. Let's go slam a pee.
Pee break?
Pee-pee break!
Right.
I'm gonna hit a high note.
The boys are taking a pee-pee break. We'll be right back.
We just got back from the bathroom, and I looked at my notes here. Oh, God. I was like, what do we have left? What do we have left? It says softcore play at home. And
My favorite.
God, dude.
All right,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna send you a link on Discord, and it's gonna be you're gonna want to open this in incognito mode.
Oh, God. What the
And I'm so sorry.
Oh, God. So scared. Hot, horny, hairy armpit fuck in my bathtub.
All right.
I didn't incognito it. Fuck. It's on my record. It's on. Closing it.
Softcore play at home.
So I'm gonna full screen this. I hope you do the same.
I'll full screen it.
And this one, do you want
It's
to?
like it's a jump scare.
I told you.
Actually, jump scares me.
I've been scared by this 4 times.
This is terrible. So, okay, just upon thumbnail for our audio listeners, there's a penis inside of an armpit that has hair. That's
Okay.
and I think they're in a bathtub.
And some knockers and some oiled knockers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, or rocket
Can we start this? I don't want to stare at this thumbnail for any longer. This is so fucking dumb.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I have to describe it. This man, they're in the bathtub, and somehow, I don't know how physically, there's a penis from behind going through this lady's armpits, and she's making noises like she's running a race.
Actually, I don't have the volume on. Okay.
Oh, I have the volume on. She switched to her hands, and she has a nice ring. It's not a marriage ring. It looks like a jewel ring.
And it looks like they've been going at this for 8 minutes now. So she's right in the chest.
She's wildly out of breath for sitting down and not doing anything besides rubbing this wee-wee.
I think that's a misconception. I think women do a lot during sex, but I think it's more exhausting than you think. But it is obviously
more exhausting than you think
for guys. Oftentimes, I mean, in terms of like guy girl sex, but. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the loud, aggressive in my ears.
Like she is pulling a grenade in World War II. She's like, money shot. Okay.
It look the coom is collecting in the hair, like when you have like a bubble wand, you dip it in the bubbles and it comes out, and there's a part you're supposed to blow through. The hair is creating like cum bubble opportunities.
It's
nothing wrong with hairy armpits. I just don't want to put my penis into it.
No, and she's basically rubbing his shaft all over her. Like, oh my god.
He's done. Let him free.
Yeah.
He's done. Stop touching him. Let him free.
Oh god, dude. Okay, so that's it. And
it ended with a smooch sound. She went at the end. Ew.
That
was terrible.
Not my cup of tea, and I don't want to yuck.
It was. You put it on.
Will I look at this video again later after the pod? Possibly.
But who knows?
The thing is, we're different people when it comes to off air versus on air. You know what I mean? It's like, you think Jimmy Fallon's like that 24/7? No.
That's a good point. So,
you think Conan O'Brien is a nice guy? No. I guarantee you, he exits the show. And he
punches people.
Favorite steakhouse, and he punches the waiter.
Probably.
I guarantee it.
Most TV show hosts are waiter punchers.
Yeah. Allegedly, Post Malone, not a nice guy.
Really? I've heard allegedly he's a nice guy.
No, okay, yeah, he's a nice guy.
He bought the most expensive Magic card in history.
Wait, I fucked up big time, dude. I'm so sorry.
That's so funny.
I had the microphone off that entire time.
All right, for reference, since Donovan peed, the microphone was off.
I fucked up.
Anyways, thoughts on that segment?
Do we redo it?
No, I don't want to do it again. No.
I can find another one.
No. Guess who?
But fun fact is, I have I have a new microphone on. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great. That was great. You do have a new microphone. You sure do.
Yeah, but fun fact, I have for the first time on our remotes recordings, I have a high quality lavalier microphone on my shirt right now. So I don't know if you can see it, but at least you can hear it. I hope the difference in audio quality. And I did not expect to get this drunk, dude.
To have to cough into the microphone after talking about the audio quality is really good. That's a good audio test. It sounded great.
Yeah. Dude, I made chili today. Do you like chili?
I don't like chili very much, but I think I would like your chili.
You would love my chili, dude.
I would believe it. I could get it. I could be a chili guy.
We're gonna talk about some Guess Who.
Okay, I can guess who.
Yeah,
I can guess who had a couple gins.
More than a couple men. I'm struggling, but we're gonna get through this.
Okay. We're gonna push you through the finish line here. We're gonna guess who. We're gonna do an incredible outro, and we're great.
Yeah, that's all we gotta do. That's it. Look,
all we gotta do. All we gotta do is the finish line.
Gotta. Sometimes when you're trying to work in life, you get drunk, and sometimes.
That's so true, man.
But the thing is, that doesn't make a difference, because if you're tough and you're rough, then you got the stuff.
You can tumble.
And you can tumble.
Yep, right. You can tumble. Amen. No fumble.
Do you remember Tina Takes a Tumble?
Yeah, I do. I'll never forget that lady falling off the little table. That was a game changer.
Ow! Oh!
Well, that was the grape lady, I think. The grape lady. Remember the grape lady? She was smashing the grapes.
That was the grape lady.
Make wine, and she fell out. She's like, ow!
So,
Homer.
Homie.
Homie. Ow, Peter.
If I'm OG Mudbone, and if you don't know who OG Mudbone is, and you're listening to the podcast, you're not old enough. You got to get out. I told you to leave at the beginning of the episode.
The OG Mudbone is famous for coming a lot.
But he's also famous for being a dude with a huge piece. I just spit all over my computer, but OG Mudbone has an 18-inch cock. He literally could not listen to the last episode because his penis was too big. But listen, why did I start talking about?
No, this episode's amazing. Was the Guess Who OG Mudbone?
No.
Oh yeah, down the hatch.
Right,
Oh, OG Mudbone. You have to do it too.
Oh my! You're fucking splitting me in half. Okay. OG Mudbone, I can't handle that fucking hog. Oh, Mudbone. Okay.
Cool.
Crack me open and clean me out. And now we're gonna do the final segment of the It's called.
All right, Guess Who? Let's do this shit. What do we got?
All right, are you ready to guess, dude?
I love to guess. I really deserve this after watching all that armpit sex.
All right, so I'm going to give you one hint right off the bat, and you might even guess it on this one single hint. It's possible. Okay?
OG Mudbone.
No. This person is an athlete.
It's Shawn Johnson, Olympic gymnast.
Good guess. It is not.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. This person was born February 17th, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York.
Derek Jeter.
Good guess, but no, not quite. I can tell you that they played basketball.
Okay.
And some people say that this person was one of the best players of all time. Maybe the best player of all time.
Was it Bernie Sanders?
Yes, you got it.
He's from Brooklyn. He plays basketball.
That's true. That's true.
I'm is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's Michael. It's Michael Jordan. You got it. You got it.
Dunked it in there. Let's go.
Wow. You
Easy
dunked
clap.
that from the free throw line, dude.
Michael Jordan.
So Michael Jordan, he played 15 seasons. A lot of those, I think he won. What was his 6 titles for the Chicago Bulls? Yeah, six NBA championships with the Bulls. The reason I brought him up is because I ordered pizza tonight, and I ordered pizza from this pizza chain that was really cheap. It's called Bowl Pizza, and
That's sick.
it was delicious. And I think I paid $12. And I got a whole big pizza. I got a whole big thing of chicken nuggets and Coca-Cola.
And so why did you pick Michael Jordan?
Because he's a Bull. He's a Chicago Bull.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I love that.
Anyway,
Damn, I had
you win.
great guess too. I enjoyed that a lot.
You win, bro. You got it.
I did it. I never win. It wasn't Ed Sheeran. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That
for
is
the
freaking
first time.
sweet to see.
Our
Well,
first
hell yeah, I think
album-
we're setting up a nice Guess Who.
Yeah, man. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, this whole episode's been a pleasure. I've had a freaking blast doing it.
We're so grateful that you stayed tuned and you listen and that you're here and that you're alive and you're breathing this air and oxygen. And we also are breathing this air and oxygen. This is the end of episode 14.
Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for joining us for episode 14. 14 was a good time. Big 14. Know what the fuck going on? Dude, it was a good one. Hey, really quick, thank you to everybody who's listening to our podcast. Thank you for rating our podcast 5 stars on Spotify and or Apple Music and or whatever platform you listen to it on. Feel free to leave a review, all that good stuff. Support us algorithmically. The algorithm daddy loves it. But hey, it's your first time here. Thanks for listening. If you're a millionth time here, thanks for being here a million times. It's a lot of times. All right,
Yeah.
I think that's the end of episode 14. We are not going to leave you empty-handed, though. We have a special segment. We try to change and break barriers at the end for our outros every episode. And today, we wrote down 3 special words. Inspirational ice climb. I will represent the ice. You will be the inspirer, Donovan.
Yeah.
All right. Until next episode, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Welcome to Inspirational Ice Climb.
It might be a little windy. It might even be cold outside. You might hear some ice clinking and clanking. But that don't mean that it ain't time to rise and shine. When it's time to bring out that ice pick and put those shoes on, put that sweater on, put that little scarf that you look so cute on, there's no other option. We're not here to go downhill. Because until you've seen the top, you don't know what the bottom is. This is worse than the porn that we just watched. Sometimes life is drudgery. Sometimes life means doing something you don't want to do. But in the end, it means getting to a place that you never would have reached otherwise. And that makes it all worth it. To all you Last 2 Brain Cells listeners,
Welcome to the top.
keep on climbing, and we're going to get there to the top together. Our destiny is your destiny, is my destiny, is your destiny. I'm drunk. Aren't you?
All right, hell yeah! Thanks for listening. Welcome to the top of the mountain, baby boys. Peace.